So, the representative translations and renderings here are important to convey. It goes a lot deeper than that. But do understand that the hero-worshipping Sufi cults is sort of the language that some of this is put into. Some of what people think is Abrahamic religion goes much further back in themes and principles. In general, Satanism, Šeiḥân from Avestan meaning cast out of a place, Yezidi from Yazdan and Yazata, so angel worship, but not quite the angel in the Malaika sense. In the Arabic, more like the jinn. So, and the way they're described, it's clear you're talking about the jinn. But I'll go into these articles of faith. In Al-Hijra 1289, it's 1441 right now. It is, it's the 30th of the 6th month, to give some context. But the Ottoman power wanted to draft from among them an army instead of taking the tax, which was due. They presented to the government all the rules that prevented them from complying. These all pertain to religion and are moral obligations upon them. They are as follows. Article 1. According to our Yezidi religion, every member of our sect, whether big or little, girl or woman, must visit Malik Taus 3 times a year. That is, first from the beginning to the last of the month of April, Roman calendar. Secondly, from the beginning to the end of the month of September. Thirdly, from the beginning to the end of the month of November. If anyone doesn't visit the image of Malik Taus, he's an infidel. Article 2. If any member of our sect, big or little, visit not His Highness Sheikh Adi bin Musafir, God may sanctify his mysteries, once a year from the 15th to the 20th of the month of September, Roman calendar, he is an infidel according to our religion. Article 3. Every member of our sect must visit the place of the sunrise every day when it appears, and there should not be Muslim, nor Christian, nor anyone else in that place. If anyone do this not, he is an infidel. Article 4. Every member of our sect must daily kiss the hand of his brother of the next world, namely the servant of the Mahdi, and the hand of his sheikh, our peer. If anyone do this not, he is regarded as an infidel. Article 5. Accordingly, our religion considers it something intolerable when the Muslim in the morning begins to say prayer, God forbid, I take refuge in God, etc. If anyone of us hear it, he must kill the one who says it and kill himself. Otherwise, he becomes an infidel. That's symbolically gotta mean something, right? The dawn prayer before the sunrise, because they would pray, particularly at the times where a Muslim or even a Jew would not want to do their ritual prayers. The moment of the sunrise, the midday, and the evening. But the avoiding, there are people, and I get comments on this channel too. I can share anything of any religion, whatever, but if I recite something from the Quran, that's like off limits or something. I can even break into glossolalia, but Quran, some issues. So, and I understand that. So, if you have issue with that much, just don't click on those videos. Article 6. When one of our sect is on the point of death, if there be no brother of the next world, and his sheikh, or his peer, or one of the walls with him, to say 3 things over him, these O servant of Melek Taus, whose ways are high, you must die in the religion of the one we worship, who is Melek Taus, whose ways are high, and do not die in any other religion than his. And if someone should come and say to you something from the Mohammedan religion, or the Christian religion, or Jewish religion, or some other religion, do not believe him, and do not follow him. And if you believe and follow another religion than that of the one we worship, Melek Taus, you shall die an infidel. Oh, it's the Taus. Okay. He becomes an infidel. So that's apparent. And that, yes, things can agree, things can confirm one's faith, but if you're looking elsewhere for your philosophical quotes, or however you phrase the mythological or intellectual sort of statements, that definitely would be an act of disbelief in any faith system. Article 7. We have something called the blessing of Sheikh Adi, that is, the dust of the tomb of Sheikh Adi. May God sanctify his mystery. Every member of our sect must have some of it with him, in his pocket, and eat of it every morning. And if he eat it not intentionally, he is an infidel. Likewise, at the time of death, if he possess not some of that dust intentionally, he dies an infidel. Patchouli is a symbolic graveyard dirt, but some of these beliefs would develop among the very local leaders that but people are going to think that these are stereotypical Shia, some of them for their rocks and their dirt and stuff like that. Article 8. Regarding our fasting, if any one of our sect wish to fast, he must fast in his own place, not in another. While fasting, he must go every morning to the house of his sheikh and his pir, and there he must begin to fast. When he breaks his fast, likewise, he must go to the house of his sheikh and pir, and there break his fast by drinking holy wine of the sheikh or pir. And if he drink not 2 or 3 glasses of that wine, his fasting is not acceptable, and he becomes an infidel. Now, some of that is, you see some of these Asian faiths in particular where your fasting has to be sanctified by a particular spiritual leader. To the point where, if the leader is delaying, you may have to wait half the night to break your fast. Article 9. If any one of our sect go to another place and remain there as much as 1 year, and afterward return to his place, then his wife is forbidden him, and none of us will give him a wife. If anyone give him a wife, that one is an infidel. Article 10. Regarding our dress, as we have mentioned in the 4th article, that every one of our sect has a brother for the next world. He also has a sister for the next world. Therefore, if any one of us make himself a new shirt, it is necessary that his sister for the next world should open its neckband, i.e. the neckband of that shirt, with her hand. And if she open it not with her hand, and he wear it, then he is an infidel. Now, let me remind you in terms of clothing that colors like blue and purple are forbidden to the Yezidi, because these are the peacock incarnation, which was known through the New Year celebration, that they were not, so blue and purple are sacred colors to use, but they're not allowed in clothing. And this is why the Jews wear that thread, by the way. Article 11. If someone of our sect make a shirt or a new dress, he cannot wear it without baptizing in it the blessed water, which is to be found at the shrine of His Highness Sheikh Adi. May God sanctify his mystery. If he wear it, he is an infidel. Article 12. We may not wear a light black dress at all. We may not comb our heads with the comb of a Muslim or a Christian or a Jew or any other, nor may we shave our heads with the razor used by any other than ourselves. Yezidis, except it be washed in the blessed water which is to be found at the shrine of His Highness Sheikh Adi. Then it is lawful for us to shave our heads. But if we shave our heads without the razor having been washed in that water, we become infidels. Article 13. No Yezidi may enter the wazer closet of a Muslim, or take bath at a Muslim's house, or eat with a Muslim's spoon, or drink from a Muslim's cup, or from a cup used by any one of another sect, non-Yezidi religions. If he does, he is an infidel. Article 14. Concerning food, there is a great difference between us and other sects. We do not eat meat or fish, squash, bamia, okra, fasulia, beans, a particular type of beans, I think other beans are allowed, cabbage, or lettuce. We cannot even dwell in the place where lettuce is sown. And for these and other reasons, we cannot enter military service, etc. And the names of who put their signature there in 1872 were the head Emir, Šeiḥân Ḥusein, the religious sheikh of the Yezidi sect of the district of Šeiḥân, Sheikh Naṣir, the chief of the village of Rešân, Pir Suleimân, the village chiefs Muskân, Murad, Ḥatârah, Ayyûb, Beibân, Ḥusein, Dahḳan, Ḥassan, Ḥuzrân, Bâkasra Ali, Ashika Jamo, Hoshaba, Elias, Krapahin, Sogd, Qabareh, Kochak, let me say that again, Qabareh, Kochak, Kaso, Sina Abdo, Ain Sifni, Gurgo, Qasr, Izzadin, Cairo, Gilberto Tahir, and there were others, but those were the main names of the village chiefs and such. They were exempted from military service, and they were relegated to being, they were relegated to being considered as, dhimmi or protected people under like a tax or something. But as much as this is only referring to a very specific area and such, a lot of this could have been a blinder to prevent conversion.